I spent the whole month of August doing YouTube Shorts, and well, the stats are interesting. Welcome to the channel. I'm Grant Tommy. This is Straight 6 Fan, your home for offbeat hot rodding. Today, this episode, it's a little less about the offbeat hot rodding, a little bit more about the status or the health of my channel. As I mentioned in the pre-intro bump, I thought I'd give Shorts a try. I spent the month of August. Now, I missed one day, but I got 30 out of 31 days at a 60-second, at least a 15-second or 60-second piece of content for you guys a whole month, and I was curious what the results would be for my channel and if this is a viable long-term way of executing content on my channel. And so, well, I have the stats, and it tells an interesting tale because you see the months of June and July. I was super swamped at work, and I felt bad that I couldn't get regular content up here on YouTube. And I knew August was going to be a little dialed back, and I was going to be able to get back to doing content. But I thought, hey, next time something like a June or July shows up, I wanted to prove to myself that, hey, if I could do just 60 seconds a day, maybe that would be a good substitute. And, well, that's kind of where the stats lay, is it was a good substitute, but it didn't really bolster my channel as much as I thought it might. So, you may notice Lori G Prix, my 1979 Grand Prix, is out of the bay of the garage, and that's because it's time to clean up my workbench and do things that I need to. And at the tail end of this episode, so stick around, I will show you, we are going to start detailing the engine bay of that car. It also is due for a good wash, but so yeah, how did the stats roll in? Well, so June and July, let's just start there. I only got one upload out for both of those months. I was trying to hit every other week this year, 2023, and those months I only got one upload out. Well, I was able to do 2 and 3 shorts in each month respectively, so from a views standpoint, didn't get a ton of views, but roughly right around 9.7 to 11.2 thousand views. But my revenue was right around $45 a month for both those months. And here in short season, as I'm calling the month of August, $40. So I'll call that a wash. While it did actually dip, not enough. It was less than 5% that it dipped. So we'll call that a wash. Now, as you would anticipate with shorts, views skyrocketed. Views went up big time. So we increased views by 73%, but watch time was actually down by a few hours. So again, I think it wound up being like down 4 hours for the month. So might call that a wash, but we made up some ground in the tail end of the month, and so it was actually looking like it was going to be closer to about 10 less hours a month. So that was kind of surprising. Now, it did say that we brought 93% new, or my views were from new viewers this month. So that's good, and I think I converted a decent amount of those into subscribers, but as you could tell, subscribers actually was another category that was maybe not a wash, maybe a slight in favor of the shorts, but not by much. I was averaging about 35 subscribers a month through June and July, some of my least amount of effort put into those months. And then here in August, picked up 41 subscribers, so that's more than 10%. So we'll give that shorts the advantage there. And yeah, so like I said, interesting case study. Glad I did it. Glad I could tell. What I found though is like it would be in my interest to rather just make sure I get at least a full long form episode up. That's where the revenue's at. So that was kind of interesting. Now I think if you play it out over say a quarter, I bet you the shorts would ultimately end up helping contribute to your channel. But I think what it really tells me is that you really need both, right? So if I did, let's just say I could only do one long form a month, if the rest of the weeks were shorts, I think when you spread that out over the course of a quarter, you'd probably see that would be outperforming June and July by all factors. So really what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to go back to and upload every other week, so you get at least 2 a month. And then I'm gonna try to do more than, probably in the off weeks, have supplementary content that kind of like projects out what the next upload's gonna be about, or gives you an update of where we left off or something. So I mean, I think the formula really here is like probably get back to doing the 2 long form a month, and then in those off weeks, push the shorts as hard as possible in those off weeks. So I think maybe that's the direction we're gonna try to head for the rest of the year, the remainder of the year. I guess we are, are we in the final quarter would be October, November, December. So I think maybe that's how we'll try to close it out. But yeah, as I promised, let's just switch over to the time lapse now. It's time to start cleaning up Lori G Pre. The primer, the bumper is at the vinyl shop. I dropped that off on Friday. This is Labor Day weekend. I dropped that off on Friday. But yeah, the primer, well, I didn't get overspray on the car, I don't think, but it just because it was so airborne, it just settled places, and so there's kind of just this dust, this film everywhere here in the garage. I've been able to wipe most of it off of the car, but we're gonna actually wash the car. So we're gonna go ahead and switch over to a time lapse of that, and we'll see you guys in about 2 weeks.